Welcome, welcome. I'm Dee, and this is a single mom unguided life where I try to navigate through finances, motherhood, being single, and everything in between. And I bring you guys along for the journey to hold me accountable. Okay, welcome back. This is part two of my 2021 Goals and Budget Setup series. In this part, I'm going to talk about the income I'm expected to receive, as well as the current bill expenses that will be actually following over to 2021 in the amount of those. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now for the income, this is going to be estimate. And the reason is I budget on a $1,600 base rate. So when I do my pre-plans from my employer, no matter if I expect less or more, I budget off $1,600. Additionally, I receive a monthly stipend. So based on that, 1600 base rate times the amount of checks I'm expected to receive from my employer, which is 26, plus the total amount that I'm expected to receive from my stipend income, the minimum that I should receive next year is $43,307.48. Because I budget from month to month, I like to see what's my monthly numbers looks like. So for my monthly numbers, the minimum is $3,342.20. When there's a magic month, I can expect the minimum of $4,942.29. Now, keep in mind that these are all minimum. This does not account of any time I receive raises or bonuses in the upcoming year. And the reason why I don't do that is because honestly, I have no way to calculate that. So I only can talk about the money I am guaranteed. So let's talk about my bills. I currently will be taking into 2021 14 bills on a monthly basis. Okay. So let's start with the first one, which is rent. My current rent is $715. The rent has to stay at $715 up into the new year or even further, depending on how long the state order is in place. And if you're not familiar with the state order or the executive order about evictions, it kind of has like all these different things that my rental company falls under. So they cannot discuss any rental agreements nor increase rent until after this order has been this order expires. So we're going to month at $715. The payers plan is my repairs plan, which is my bankruptcy case. It's a base rate of $100, and I pay a 99-cent fee for the processing of the payment. So total is $100.99. My internet provider sucks, but they're the only one that's available in my area. And they decided that they needed to go up $5 across the board next year. Now I can get on the phone and keep calling and calling and calling until I get somebody who's going to give me a additional $5 discount. But you know what? I'm already getting, I believe, 10 or $15 discount for being a loyal customer to a Sucky service. So I'm really just going to just go with the flow and see what happens. Now, if my bill coming up does not reflect this amount, then we're going to have a problem and we're going to be on that phone line. I have no problem with calling, and stand on the phone for multiple hours while I get assistance about my bills. Next is my electric. I am currently subscribed to my electric company equal payment plan program, which is 11 months out of the year, I pay the same amount. And then for the 12th month, I pay the actual usage plus any difference from the 11 months. This current year, I ended the year with a credit, so my bill was actually less because of that credit. So, in my mind, my equal payment plan is going to stay the same or it's going to be less. But no, that was not true. It actually went up to $105. Now, I did get on the horn and speak with my electric company, and I spoke with them on several occasions where I didn't get the answer or get the information that honestly gives me the educated answer I suppose I'm trying to say, or it didn't educate me to understand where they came up with this number. So I had to call out the big guns. And I hate to do that, but often with electric companies or utilities companies, there is a commission. You have your utilities commission of each state. Anytime you don't get what you need from the company or you have a complaint, reach out to them. They are on it. Like on it. The last time I had an issue with my electric companies because they had hidden fees and they was like, well, we don't put it on the bill because nobody really wants to see it. Well, I'm not everybody. I want to see it. Put it on my bill. Let me see what you charging me because I want to know when the rates change and where's the background stuff. So, with that being said, I have an open complaint for them to provide me this information, but for right now, I'm going to stay at the 105 until they provide me any other reason or they change anything. If they decide, like, you know what, you were right, something is wrong, you should be here, or shall I? They say this is what your usage was, and this is what the computer picked up, and this is what this, and this is your amount. So we'll figure that out, especially when we do our monthly budget. Streaming services has gone up as well. They went up $1, and I honestly believe that they're charging me the incorrect sales tax, but my head is too much for my head, so I'm not going to try to figure that out. My life insurance or the life insurance I'm paying on is $38.54, and that's actually for the life of the policy, so I don't expect any changes there. My credit card minimum is $29, so I place that there so I know that if at minimum this is what I'll be actually paying out of my budget. My water bill, I usually pay the actual, but I'm going to start estimating it at $75, regardless of what the bill is. And in later videos, I explain why I'm doing this. My storage is $7.46. The cable is $10.71. That's the base rate if I do not add anything. My phone bill has gone up because of taxes and surcharges. So its total is $169.72. Of this, $26.67 is Papa's responsibility. So when I budget, I usually budget my portion, and then when I actually do my paychecks, I do the total portion because by that time he's sent me his money. I have subscribed to OnStar, and I kind of was debating if I should even keep it, but currently I'm in a 2-month free trial, and then I won't start being charged into January. The plus about this is I have that added benefit of security if I like my car keys or phone in the car like I've done in the past, or when things like such as my Bluetooth and my radio go array for some reason and I need someone to walk me through troubleshooting, because they won't troubleshoot you if you don't have a subscription. They'll tell you to go to the dealership, and then you get to the dealership and he's like, well, you got to pay us $100 to figure this out, and then we can tell you if we can fix it or not. Okay, so yeah, didn't want to go through that. So for my insurance, it has gone up to $135.30. This is because my renter insurance has gone up. My auto went down a little. Renter insurance went up. My value personal property stays the same. So let me tell you what has actually been going on in the realm of things. So learning that your insurances is based on not just your activity, but the activity of your area. So in the last 2 years, my rental insurance has gone up because in the area that I've currently moved, there has been a lot more claims in my area. It may not have just been renters, it could have been other types of insurances, but because of the amount of claims, that causes me, like, you're helping your neighbor. But my neighbor don't always help me, but when it comes to this bills, but I have to help my neighbor by paying more out of my pocket for something that I have not had a claim on my renter's insurance ever. Well, no, not ever. It's been some years now. But so I just feel like, why am I taking the punishment? But let's digress. Now another thing is, I was watching Tasha with TashaLovesLight.com or Mind Your Money, a YouTube channel, and she was explaining that you can get a defensive driver discount on your auto insurance. And I was like, bet, I remember I had that. I remember I had that and I had a good student one. Well, I end up calling to my insurance carrier, speaking with them, and come to find out, m- for the company that I pay for my insurance, the state that I live in, they do not offer that to me. Bummer. And so then I went further, asked, well, tell me what discounts you do offer so I can see if I can take advantage of those. And there really wasn't one. But what I determined is that I am going to reach out to the Department of Insurance of my state. I think that's the title of it. And I'm going to ask them to give me a list of the available discounts. Now, I know my state is a really stickler for a lot of things, insurances, but I just feel like I've had this type of discount in the state with another insurance carrier. Tell me why I can't have it with this one. So I'm going to open up an investigation so we can figure out, because I should be able to take advantage of the same thing everyone else is taking advantage of. The next is my car payment. It is $280.14. I try to every 28th day because that allows for one extra payment a year, which puts me ahead. So I primarily try to stay on that schedule because of that. Lastly is my credit card number 2, and the minimum is $29. So total $1,802.52 is expected to be deducted monthly from my income. I'm an Excel girl, therefore I put everything in an Excel. It's just easier for me. Now I do transfer most of this information to paper, and it's only because my little eyes can't be taking little print all the time. But in any case, I always recommend that you list out your bills and you go through them with a fine-tooth comb and you determine where you can cut cost. These companies are willing to work with you to save you as a customer, okay? Because it's the bottom line. Regardless of what a customer service may say, we don't need your service. That's not how the people at the top think, okay? So call, ask them what discounts you can take advantage of, ask about any lower plans that you can take advantage of, and determine if some of these bills you really don't need. Because how often do we go month to month, year to year, paying for a service that we're not actually using? And we never realize that until we didn't pay them millions of dollars. So for me, I know that the streaming service is one that I rarely ever, ever, ever open up. But I know others who have my login do. So it's a small cost for letting them have their enjoyment, I guess. Comment below how you evaluate your bills, list them, and then if there's any bills that you actually decided to let go because you found that you wasn't even using them. If you're new to my channel and you would love to be part of my village, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To all my current subscribers, I do thank you for your support. If everyone can go ahead and hit that thumbs up to let them know I am here. And please share this with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.